For the last, for the first time in a long time, the New York Jets are set to receive multiple compensatory picks next year. We explain. Boy Green Daily starts now.
I'm gonna lose my gosh darn bananas. Boy Green Daily starts now. Zoinks!
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Let's go!
Zooey mama.
Put your seatbelts on. Get ready for the ride. We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. Welcome to Boy Green Daily, a daily New York Jets video show, also available wherever you get your podcast. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe on your way in. We're trying to make a chase to 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube. We are like 2.3 thousand away. So if we chip away a little bit every day, we'll get closer and closer. There is a full article in the YouTube description down below on the comp pick bingo that the Jets are playing right now and set to receive multiple picks in the 2026 NFL draft. And I'll explain how the comp pick formula works and all that jazz. We'll do our part to assist in that department. So without further ado, let's throw it up here on the big board. Throw it up here for the people that are watching. So for the Jets free agent losses this offseason, they had an opportunity to earn draft picks in next year's draft. Not this draft that just happened, obviously, but next year's draft. And here's how it works. The Jets lost Haason Reddick. He signed a one-year, $14 million deal with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Jets will get a fourth-round draft choice projected. All of this from Over the Cap. Salute to OTC. Over the Cap. We'll explain more of that in a second. The Jets are projected to get a fourth-round pick in 2026. The Jets lost Tyler Conklin on a one-year deal for $3 million. They're projected to get a seventh-round draft choice next year. Again, all projected from Over the Cap. Now, there are a lot of things that factor into the very complicated comp pick formula. It factors in free agents the Jets signed, free agents the Jets lost, how much were the per-year averages on those contracts. That's a big factor. And another factor that, quite frankly, none of us know yet is going to be the snap percentages that will come into play for those players on their new teams, and how much they play or don't play will affect what those picks become, which again makes this process sort of complicated. Now, Nick Corte of Over the Cap, he'll be joining us in the future. We'll try to shoot for next month. He is the expert that projects all of this stuff. And man, what a very brilliant man he is. We connected the dots yesterday after I wrote my piece talking about it. The Haason Reddick pick could be a fifth rounder if Haason Reddick's snap percentages are low, but it looks likely that it's a fourth rounder. And hell, the Jets could have as many as 3 seventh rounders next year in comp pick bingo, or as few as none. Again, that's another snap percentage thing. But again, it seems likely that Tyler Conklin will be that seventh because, again, snap percentages. But we'll explain all of that here on the show. But right now, it looks like they're going to get 2 picks. They're getting Haason Reddick no matter what. But the Tyler Conklin and seventh-round fringe ones are sort of up in the air. So you feel really good about the Haason Reddick addition, at least from that perspective. And we'll get into that as well. MFC gifting a Boy Green Coffee Club membership, baby. Hey now. Today is your last day to submit your raffle tickets for this month. We'll have a brand new raffle next month, so you guys can keep that in mind. So I love it. Let's throw up the current leaderboard. Again, today is your last day of business, and today is a Wednesday, so today is your last show live to be able to submit those raffle tickets here on the program. So that is 16 raffle tickets for our boy MFC, and the thing you guys are competing for is our emoji. We're replacing the BMAC emoji, so we got another emoji up for grabs. Jason Wang, you just received a Boy Green Coffee Club membership thanks to our boy MFC. I'm looking forward to our giveaway next month. I think it's going to be real nice like. Hope you guys appreciate it. We'll get more into that in a bit. But thank you, MFC, for gifting a membership here on the channel. Okay. It's really a 2-horse race right now. J-Boy with 86 memberships, A-Step 10 with 75. And you can, guys, just gift memberships just to be a supporter of the show. That's also right. Feel free to do that. Thank you very much. So, one of the things I wanted to explain is a lot of Jet fans are like, two comp picks. I thought we were going to get more. What the hell happened? So let me try to explain it as we go through this process. Again, it's a complicated formula that factors in your free agent signings yourself, your free agent losses. So let's go through of why the Jets didn't receive more for all the action that happened. Now, let me just first off explain comp picks basically an entire round. There's only 7 rounds in the draft, but Over the Cap likes to say there's 8 rounds because the 8th round it is an entire round of picks that are distributed among the ends of the round 3 through round 7. They're awarded to teams that lose certain unrestricted free agents, aka compensatory free agents, to other teams. And as Over the Cap says in quote unquote plain English, if a team loses more players that qualify as those compensatory free agents than it signs during free agency, that team is eligible to be awarded comp picks in the following year's draft. So we say all that to say, let's go through a couple of them. Why people say, what? Why didn't we get a pick for this? So let me explain. DJ Reed signed a 3-year deal for $48 million with the Detroit Lions. A lot of Jet fans projected, oh boy, Jets are going to get a nice little pick for that. And they were projected to get a 4th rounder for losing DJ Reed. However, that was immediately canceled out by the Jets signing quarterback Justin Fields to a 2-year deal for $40 million. So they would have received a 4th round pick, projected, but it was canceled out by signing Justin Fields. It's all in the per year averages. So DJ Reed, the Jets are getting nothing from losing him this offseason. Let's go to Javon Kinlaw. I didn't expect to be talking about this one in comp pick bingo. He signed a 3-year deal for $45 million. By the way, a quick detour. What in the hell are you doing, Washington? But that's neither here nor there. I like Javon Kinlaw, the person, and apparently he likes eating squirrels. But Javon Kinlaw on the field was a little tough. Anywho, so the Jets were projected to get a 5th round pick for losing Javon Kinlaw. Oh boy. However, that was canceled out because the Jets signed Brandon Stevens to a 3-year deal for $36 million. Again, the average is what we're looking for there. How about this Morgan Moses, that traitorous bastard, went to the New England Patriots on a $24 million deal across 3 years. We would have got a nice 6th round pick for losing Morgan, but it got canceled out by Andre Sisco signing his deal. So those are the extra picks the Jets could have had. They could have had another 4th. They could have had another 5th. They could have had another 6th. But all those got canceled out by the free agent signings the Jets made themselves. Damn. But the reason why all this is coming up this week is because we've passed the deadline of comp picks counting. Let me explain. At a certain point in the offseason, if you sign free agents, they could cancel out things you did, right? We just talked about a bunch that canceled out for the Jets. But now that we've passed the deadline, which was earlier this week, the Jets can willy-nilly sign all the veteran free agents they want, and it will no longer affect the comp pick formula. So now Darren Muji's shackles have been removed if he needed them removed. Maybe the Jets are not going to be doing anything for that. So that's what I wanted to explain there. And I want to bring this up for NC Green. We throw that up. YouTube comment here. It says, still hate losing a 3rd next year for that bum Hassan Reddick. Let's talk about Hassan Reddick. Why not? Hassan Reddick, the Jets traded a conditional 2026 3rd that could have become a 2nd rounder last offseason. Rich Cimini says, and I have a little story about this in my story below, Rich Cimini said this is going to go down as one of the worst trades in Jets history. Hassan Reddick recorded just a single sack last year. He appeared in 10 games. It was ugly. Public called out. I mean, it was just awful. But here's the thing that makes it, like, again, it's still not great, but it's better. The Jets are getting a 4th round pick for losing Hassan Reddick. And this was sort of always baked into the trade, that if we get in this guy in, maybe we can sign him immediately and it's this great deal. Or we have him as a hired hitman, and then after the year, he gets paid by somebody else, and we're going to be okay. And that's exactly what happened, even though I'm going to be honest, I cannot believe he got paid. He was like one of the first free agents, if not the first, that signed after the legal tampering period window ended and free agency started. He signed immediately, and I'm like, what? Did anyone watch last year? Good luck in Tampa, pal. Good luck in Tampa. But I would actually say I don't think it's going to go down as one of the worst. Basically, if we boil it all down, what it currently projects to be, the Jets lose So the Jets traded a third for Hassan Reddick, and we're going to get a fourth for Hassan Reddick. So basically, all we did is drop around. I don't think it's that bad at all. Again, the optics were terrible. The public holdout was embarrassing. His play in the field was embarrassing. The fact that we, as Jet fans, had to support this guy by virtue or default was embarrassing. No question. I won't question any of that. But we're going from the third to the fourth? All right, that could have been worse. There's worse trades. The Deshaun Watson trade was pretty bad out there in the universe. R&R saying Eagles signing Bryce up to 50 some odd million. That was pretty bad, and that hasn't worked out. So while it sucked royally, to be honest, I think the comp pick bringing us a little bit higher, okay, not bad. NC Green with the follow-up, BG, but there's a difference between a high third and low fourth. No, there absolutely is. Again, I'm not saying it's nothing. I'm just saying it's better than what it could be, right? What if we got no comp pick? It's just a straight up third. Yeah, that looks bad. But it looks a little less worse. A little less worse? Worser? I don't know. I don't know the grammar lingo there, but you get my point. That at least you're getting a comp pick for losing him. I thought you weren't even going to get that, to be honest. So, okay. There you go. So that one a little bit less painful. Still painful. I still can't believe all that happened, and boy, it made sense in the moment. I know people think that one of the biggest mistakes by Joe Douglas, JD, was letting JFM go, and they only let JFM go because they acquired Hassan Reddick. So you lose this team guy for the selfish guy, and it all went to crap. But I agreed with the move. The move made sense. The Jets are going all in, and Hassan Reddick was one of the most dominant pass rushers over the last 4 years prior to coming to the Jets. He had 50 and a half sacks. It was top 4 in sacks among all the pass rushers in the league. I saw what the Jets saw. It made sense. But, it just didn't work. And the Jets fell on their face. But there's your comp pick bingo. The Jets have sucked at comp pick bingo. They haven't had a lot of comp picks. I think Rich Cimini has floated it out before that I'm not including whatever this pile is going to be. The Jets, since the comp pick formula came into being in the 90s, the Jets have had like 17 comp picks or something, which is the second fewest in football. I think the New Orleans Saints are the only one that's worse on the totem pole. So they've not been good historically, but this is a new era. This is a new regime coming in. And we'll see. So it looks like we're going to get nice 2 little picks there. And we'll have to organize the big. So we got our first. We got our second. We don't have our third. We do have our fourth. We're going to get this extra fourth. That'll be 2 fourths. We did switch a 5 and a 6 during the draft. So we lost our 5, picked up an extra 6th. So our draft is going to be a little holy, long story short, next season. But, there could be some other comp picks replacing other picks. So, before we do too much projection, too much looking forward, I just wanted to give you guys sort of the bare basics. So we sort of have that moving forward. But, yeah, there you go. A couple of comp picks for the New York Jets after their $17 million loss. $14 million for Hassan Reddick, $3 million for Tyler Conklin, $17 million total. 2 draft picks coming for the NYJ. There you go. Havmo 63 says, team guy, selfish guy, no more of that crap. Yeah, it's a new era of Jets football. And people talk about like the unenjoyable Jets teams to watch in history. A lot of people bring up 2016 and how everything imploded. All the juice and magic from 2015 all collapsed. People talk about the most unwatchable Jets teams that they've hated from yesteryear. And I know a lot of people put last year's group on that. There were a few moments for, again, it all sucks when you're not making the playoffs, of course. But the Halloween game that we had Devin DNY for life bringing his kid to, and that one was cool with the big touchdown to Devontae. That was cool. The 200 yards from Devontae and the final 200 yards. Going back to that Texans game, the 2 Garrett Wilson crazy-ass catches showing the potential of Garrett Wilson in a season that was crazy. Week 3, I was there. Jets-Patriots. That was friggin' awesome, man. Aaron Rodgers looked as good as he could have possibly looked. We beat the flying piss out of the Patriots. That was terrific. We got to see Drake May for the first time and sack him around. That was a lot of fun. So last season had some moments for me. It wasn't all great, obviously, but hopefully better things come here in 2025. And again, another reminder, not only is today our last day for the BMAC emoji raffle and all that stuff. Again, it's a 2-horse race right now. J-Boy and Ace Up 10. We'll see who ends up winning that thing this month. And then we'll have a full raffle coming up for the month of May. We've got our schedule release coming up, which is going to be fun. We'll do a schedule release show. Yep, J-Boy, 86 raffle tickets, Ace Up 10, 75. And again, today is the last day that you guys can submit your raffle tickets in. But we'll have the schedule release day, which I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be awesome. And we're going to pick out a game that we're going to tailgate at. And I will tell you, I've been talking with Chef Kevin Gilbert, and it looks like I'm getting the final notes on the menu for our Boy Green tailgate. So, folks, if you are interested in tailgating, so here's what it all entails. We'd be going to a Jets game all together, all sitting together. We'd be doing that piece of the equation. We'd have some tailgating, some catering from Chef Kevin Gilbert. And then I'd reach out to a bunch of you guys coming in to see what other things you'd like for the tailgate and things happening. So we'll pick out a game. We'll all eat together. We'll sit together. If that's something of interest, make sure you guys reach out on social media. Express your interest, because I'm putting together a Google Doc sheet of all the people that are interested, so I can try to get a understanding of heads. How many people would be interested in that? So if you guys are interested, and again, tailgating with Boy Green, going to the game together with a bunch of your Boy Green Coffee Club compadres, feel free to reach out. I'm available on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I see Indy Jets is interested. Awesome. So, guys, make sure you guys reach out, because we will be doing it. We'll be talking about it a lot on the show. We'll also be talking about it in the Discord. So, people, if you are interested, you guys, I'll put together, a sign-up sheet to show your interest, and then we will reach out to you as soon as we start putting some stuff together here. So, it's going to be coming very quickly. Today's the last day of April. May's right around the corner. So, Emmanuel Holcomb, awesome. Interested. Hep is going to be there. Great. Okay. We should have a good group. I'm looking forward to it. We should have Woody, my pop. Trying to think of everybody else. Obviously, Chef Kevin Gilbert's going to be there. Okay. I love that from Indy Jets. I'll be driving this time. No flying this time around, which, again, I should laugh. That's terrible, actually. I've equally had plane problems in my past, but that'll be sweet. John Boy, this is a great point. We'll have me slaying the guitar and doing the vocals, because I'm open to activities, because we're going to be setting up, of course, a couple of things for you guys to tailgate for this game. But I wonder, right? We have all these people that have varying talents that'll be, happening, that have in the Boy Green Coffee Club universe. It'd be great for you guys to, flex those talents at the tailgates. That'd be sweet. That would be awesome. So we'll see. Can't wait. That'll be cool. Yeah, Indy says he'll be driving. There you go. I'm a big driver myself. Set up some cornhole. Yeah, I love cornhole. Easy's right. Let's get some cornhole going, baby. That'd be a lot of fun. Sure. So, yeah. So, guys, stay on the ready. Because, like I said, that'll be coming. The schedule releases on May 14th. I'm going to pick a bunch of games, and we will see. Yeah, this will be a home game. I just want to make sure that's clear. It'll be a Jets home game at MetLife Stadium. And I'll pick a couple, and we'll vote and try to pick the best one that the most of you can all attend. Hopefully all of you can attend whatever game we end up picking. That's going to be pretty damn cool. Indy says, bringing my talent of magic, making vodka disappear. Okay, there you go. Hep says a touch football game. I'm all with you. That'd be nice. Danny says if we get a Jets-Bills game, I'll entertain the idea. Yeah, we'll see what happens. There are two games that stick out to me. We'll see how it all works. Jets-Cowboys is interesting. Jets-Steelers is interesting. And then maybe like a divisional game, because the divisional game was so good last year. Because Jets-Steelers, Justin Fields against his old team. Come on, that's pretty sexy. Yeah. Jets-Cowboys. I don't know if either one of those are going to be kidnapped by London. Remember, one of the home games for the Jets is going to be in London, which will be taken away. But I imagine the Jets are going to say, oh, hell nah, you're not taking Cowboys and you're not taking Pittsburgh. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, there's a lot to be determined from that perspective. But K-Brock says, I'm only in if Woody's there. And Woody is expected to be there. We'll see. Like I said, I'm getting the menu together now with Chef Kevin Gilbert. We should have that finalized here shortly. And then I want to do that as well. R&R says, pick the Cowboys game. That'll be a win. Terrence says, I'm playing for something for the London game. Good for you, Terrence. I need Terrence Hill money. I'd love to do a London thing. That'd be awesome. But it's above little boy Green's pay grade here. But hey, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I hope eventually, because this is really the first one. I did one last year at Nick Shine. I sort of just glommed on his in the middle of last year, but I wanted to kind of host my own, do my own thing, and hopefully it's a raving success. If it is, we'll do more of it. I mean, it'd be awesome for us all to connect the dots. Yes, Havmo 63, May 14th, the full schedule comes out. We should probably know the London game for the Jets before that because the league kind of shares its international schedule. So we'll know one of those home games as well. So, yeah, we'll keep that in mind. But, yes, that's when the schedule drops for the full NFL. And then we'll know all the games, and then that'll be easier to pick. Yes. Oh, cool. Yo Holmes. It'll be cool. Like, Yo Holmes is a perfect example. I have no idea what Yo Holmes looks like. And all of a sudden, booyah, I'm just going to see him. Yeah, that'll be crazy. So I can't wait to put some names to faces of people we may not have seen before. So Yo Holmes is in. Great. Easy. Great question. And this is very important. He says, how much is the tailgate going to be? About $25, $30, something like that. Yeah, I want to make, so first off, I want to make everything as affordable as possible. So, yes, it's not going to be crazy expensive. It's not going to be crazy pricing for the, this another thing I suppose we could vote on, but to me, for the Jets tickets, I don't want nosebleeds. I don't want front row seats. I want something in the middle. So, and that's where everyone will get to sit. We'll have a discounted a group ticket price so we can all sit together while watching the game. I'm working on that behind the scenes as well. So there'll be some money for Chef Kevin Gilbert for making all the food. We'll have details on that ASAP, so keep that in mind. And we'll have the ticket for the game, obviously. And then my father said something about hotel stuff, but we'll see. You guys don't have to do all of those things. It'll be all up to you what you do. But hopefully, at the very least, we do the game and tailgate together. That'd be a lot of fun. For a lot of you guys out there. So hopefully so. So like I said, we'll be putting all that together in the very, very near future. So if you guys are interested, I see we have a lot of people interested. Awesome. I can't wait. And we'll lock that in coming up next month, hopefully, with all the details. Cindy Sturgis, does Arian Smith beat out Malachi Corley? Interesting question. We talked about this, I think it was on the 3 o'clock show yesterday. So you've got Garrett Wilson. He's at the top of the pile. And then to me, you've got everybody else, a big collection of people. You've got like the big-bodied physical guys and guys like Josh Reynolds, Allen Lazard. They're sort of in their own pocket. They're not wide receiver 2s. They're like wide receiver 3s or 4s. So put them over here. You've got the 3 interesting guys in the middle. It's Arian Smith. He's the rookie Georgia track star. You have Malachi Corley, the Gizmo Gadget Inspector Go Gadget guy, 3rd-round pick from last year. And then you have Tyler Johnson, who's this other young, sort of interesting guy who's sort of in the mix. And those are the 3 young pups that you're saying, hey, what do they do? So does Arian Smith beat out Malachi Corley? I'm not sure if they're competing for the same thing, if that makes sense. Like Arian is this vertical threat. Now, there is some elements that are sort of some connective tissue here. Malachi Corley is a Gizmo Gadget guy, and Arian Smith in a lot of ways will have some manufactured touches, smoke stuff, pop stuff, flare stuff, things of that nature that are just getting him the ball in space and see what he can do with it. So that's a good question. TBD. I don't think any of us can answer it. How does Malachi Corley handle the maturity questions and things of that nature? How quickly does Arian Smith sort of embrace the game and work on his some of his issues? That's a good question. EZ with a super chat coming in. You love to see it. Every time I get a super chat, we hear from my daughters. Right, Luna?
Wow.
Easy. If you print up some Boy Green Coffee Club t-shirts that we can purchase, and that if you could get decent seats in the 200 section, that'd be great. So yes on all fronts. So let's start off. I'll reverse engineer the question. 200 section, that's sort of what I'm shooting for. Really good seats in the 200 section. We can all be together and enjoy the hell out of the game. So that's sort of my thought is 200 section. So let's put that in a bucket. Whoop. Agree. Print up some Boy Green Coffee Club t-shirts. I'm actually working with so currently, if you guys want to ever buy Boy Green merch gear, it's always available in the YouTube description down below. I am looking at other options for different manufacturers because every once in a while I've heard, and even if it happens 1 out of 10 times, that's still too many to me. I don't want ever you guys to have any issues when you guys are buying merch. So I've heard that from one Boy Green Coffee Club member in the past that they had one bad experience with the shop. That's nothing to do with me. It's a third-party thing, but still, that makes me want to change companies if bad things are happening. So I will also consider that easy. I appreciate that. We will consider bringing a bunch of Boy Green gear. Maybe we'll do a giveaway or something in the parking lot. We'll think of all that. That'll be great. These are all great ideas. We need to have like a brainstorm sesh to make sure that we don't forget anything. So that'd be awesome. And easy, you got yourself 2 more little notches here for the rest of the month. So I appreciate it. You have 8 total little notches towards our BMAC emoji for this month. Appreciate it. But yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. So, like I said, we'll do some more stuff on that too. Let me see. Cindy Sturgis, thanks for the answer. Next question: which draft class projects better, last year or this year? All right, let's pull them both up. All right, 20. Oh, I guess the Jets draft history will be the easiest way to do this. Okay, let's take a gander. Let's go to last year's first. Okay. All right. Olu Fashanu, full-time starter, looks awesome. Malachi Corley, totally up in the air. Braylon Allen will be a part of the room. Jordan Travis, not even sure he makes a roster. Isaiah Davis, same thing, will be a part of the rotation. Quantez Stiggers, he's going to have to fight for a spot. My current gut says that he will make the roster as, what would that be? So we got Sauce, Michael Carter II, Brandon Stevens, Azaria Thomas. He's competing for corner 5 or 6 on the back end of the roster. I think Isaiah Oliver is going to be competing for that spot too. Stiggers might be the final corner on the roster, but no real impact immediately. Jalen Key ain't on the Jets anymore. So yeah, that's sort of the evaluation there. So let's go to Membu. I'll call Membu and Olu Fashanu a wash. That may not be fair, but I'll call them a wash. They're both starters. Okay, so they're both in. Mason Taylor is going to be a full-time starter. Who else is a full-time starter here? No one else is on the Jets roster. So, okay, so the Jets are up in the 2025 category. Azaria Thomas is probably your 4th corner because he'll be behind Brandon Stevens, I imagine. So he's there. I guess I would give the slight edge to the 2025 group because you're getting full-time. Like Armand Membu, full-time starter. Mason Taylor, full-time starter. Aaron Smith, rotational. Malachi Moore, rotational, could lean starter. Yeah, I think, excuse me, it is definitely that group. It's a good question. I hadn't thought about it like that, but it's a great question, Cindy. Yeah. Very nice. Oh, yeah, sorry to the Knicks last night. Boy, come on now. Some teams handle business when they're up 3-1, and some teams don't. Good luck to the Knicks, though. Come on. You got to beat the Pistons. Come on now. Take care of business. Come on now. What are you doing, Knicks? Come on, Knicks. Knicks. Mando says, I would be coming from out of town. We'll give that option, I believe. Me and my father will do some more discussion on that about hotel possibilities for people coming in from out of town. I live 4, 5, 6 hours away, whatever it is. Yeah, I'm a decent piece away. All right, let's do this. Let's open up the phone lines, baby. We could talk comp picks. We could talk draft. We could talk any questions you guys may have in the universe. All of that is fair for discussion. Quick Hep song, Boy Green Daily continues after this.
Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. Talking Jets football, man. Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Daily. New York Jets Football Club. Offense, defense, special teams, watch Jets football with Boy Green. J-E-T-S, Jets. Let's go.
Shout out to Grove here, who said he saw a clip of the workouts from the current Jets group. Lazard was looking good, the ball in his hands. Fields has the long motion on his throws. We'll throw up a couple of those in a second. Some cool stuff there. Hey now. Emmanuel, go Celtics, baby. Terrence Hill throwing up Celtics. We'll take care of business. We'll take care of it. We'll do that in due time. That's next week. Come on now. That'll be good. Anywho, let's keep this train rolling. Let's keep this train rolling. DJ Dirty Cooch. Hey, Chad, if we're viewing Corley as a new prospect, then why are we not doing the same for LT3? I talked about it on the show yesterday at 3 o'clock. I think LT3, a.k.a. Leonard Taylor III, the defensive tackle, is going to make a massive leap this year. And I would say this is a challenge to Leonard Taylor III. If not now, then when, my man? The path is wide open. He is a massive winner from the Jets 2025 NFL draft. A massive winner. The Jets didn't add Bupkis at defensive tackle during the draft. Zero. Zip and pip. Nada. That if I'm Leonard, I'm like, phenomenal. That's because they believe in me. They added an undrafted free agent, Fatorma or Fat Orma, either way. Okay. They added him. But that's no nothing. Okay, you look over here at LT3, he's got a great opportunity. A great opportunity. So, hey, now. Let's see what they do with it. DJ Dirty Cute said, yeah, brother. That's why I asked the chat, not you. Ah, well, okay. Well, chat, feel free to respond to that. Feel free to respond. Let's, before we go to the phone lines, let me throw a couple of these clips up. I want to throw a couple of these clips up from the Jets. They released a workout video, and I'll show the throwing motion. So we'll start there because, I don't have rights to the music here, but I'll throw this because here's what I did because I'm a freak. I put 133 seconds of NFL Films music behind Justin Fields just throwing the pigskin here. So look, yeah, I gotta mute that. I don't have rights to that. But there's Justin Fields just over and over again. I just put it on a loop with NFL Films music behind it. He's just looking at boom, two. Look at Justin Fields just cooking. Look at him just throwing it all over the barnyard. Pow, pow, pow. Yeah, there we go. Get some of that cooking for this season. Yeah, there you go. Justin Fields, baby, throwing it against air with no defense in front of him. That's what you like to see. Sure. More on that later. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Hep joins here on the show. What's up, Hep?
Hey, Paul. Hey, fellas. Hey, how big is Justin Fields? He's a big boy, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Let me see what they list him at on the New York Jets roster because I don't want to base it on yesteryear. What's his current let's see his current measurables here. Okay, for old Justin, he is listed at 6'3", 227 pounds. A man.
Yeah, he's got some good throwing motion too. I mean, I like that. He looks good. And I was thinking, I saw that they signed that tackle, that German guy, for $250,000.
Yeah.
What do you think that is? Is that future? I mean, I don't even understand. Is it just going to be a swing guy, or what do you think they're thinking about?
Yeah, so we'll break down how it all works because this is part of the International Pathway Program, and we have a full show scheduled for tomorrow. We'll break all that down and what that means and why this is really cool. But on just a surface level thing, they're taking a swing on a guy who is arguably German's strongest man of the country. He had 38 bench press reps of 225 pounds. That would have been by far the number one player of anyone at the NFL Combine. That's 5 more than the next best player at any position. So, I mean, he's a massive pile of man, offensive tackle. And you mentioned the money. That to me, like some people see the money and they don't understand. Undrafted free agents don't get a lot of scratch. So when they do, it's very noteworthy. It's very turning your head like, whoa, he made what? Which would normally indicate the Jets' belief in the guy and the bidding nature that came with it, because that means other teams were interested. So, yeah, this guy looks super interesting. I can't wait to explain the Pathway Program for those who don't know what that is and why there's like roster exemptions. So it helps you even more and even a more worthy investment for the Jets to have that on the team. Plus, offensive linemen, shoot, you can never have enough of those.
Yeah, definitely. As far as the future draft picks, I don't know. It's all washes out in the long run. I'd rather, for the most part, take if I'm able to get those low, like the 7 and the 6s, I'd rather just group them together and trade up if I can.
100%, right? Yeah, quality over quantity. I agree.
Yeah.
And then Hep, what about the request earlier? What are you? So you're coming to the game. That's great. That's going to be awesome. Are you bringing anything with you? What are you? Are you performing? What's going on at this Boy Green tailgate?
I'm gonna bring one of my knockabout guitars, so it doesn't. If
Nice.
it gets trashed, I'm not gonna have a heart attack about it. So
That's good. That's a good point. You don't want to be
yeah,
worried about that in the middle of all the hoopla that'll be going
yeah,
on.
I don't want to worry about it. So I'll bring my
Yeah.
knockabout guitar, and hopefully we'll do the Boy Green Daily song,
Oh,
but
that'd be
we'll get
awesome.
everyone to sing it, and
Yeah.
we'll record it, and it'll be
Yes.
awesome. And
Yeah.
I think what we have to do also is we have to remember the old timey baseball photos you used to take as a little league.
Sure. Yeah.
Everyone lines up,
Yeah.
So we got to take one of those photos for memory's sake,
Yeah. I agree. That'd be awesome and historic. We should remember this moment forever. So I love it, Hep. Love it.
Yeah,
Yes to
sounds
both of
good.
those. Yeah.
Love you
Can't
guys.
wait.
Peace out.
Thanks, Hep. Yeah, for our last tailgate that we went to last year, like I said, I just glommed onto what Nick Shine did, but one of the things me and Woody did is because me and Woody had never met last year, and so he wanted to document us meeting in person for the first time. So we hired this videographer that lives sort of close, and he was amazing. And I think we might do that again, so he can sort of document everything, which would be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I think this time we'll see what happens. At a minimum, he will document everything from the tailgate, and then we'll see if we get any of the game action too there for my boy Peter. But 100% group photo, the Boy Green Daily song would be awesome. We'd have that forever. That'd be pretty cool. So again, this is going to be a massive event. I hope you guys can be there. More details to come on all of that, which is going to be pretty friggin' cool. But yeah, 6'3" and 227 pounds for old Justin Fields here. Let me see what else we've got here. I'm just so I avoid any more copyright issues. Let me mute this tab, but let me bring up some other stuff in here. Okay. Let me bring up some other clips that we can show here on the screen. Let's go to this. We had the Ohio State connection, too. They showed some highlights of Garrett Wilson and Justin Fields and some Jeremy Ruckert action. Let's throw this up on the big board here. Yeah, Justin Fields finding Garrett Wilson streaking down the field. Oh, yeah, you love to see those. Justin Fields to Garrett freaking Wilson. Then he's finding Jeremy Ruckert. Nah, yes, I'm not very high on Jeremy Ruckert, but damn it, if he can reconnect with his quarterback, great. He's got the great lettuce flowing back there. Fields to Wilson, Fields to Jeremy Ruckert. Yeah, baby. That's the stuff. 400 people in the room. Make sure you guys like the video. Hit subscribe, baby. Here on the program. Look at this. Just beautiful. You love to see it. Yes, 100% we're keeping this on mute. I'm not getting any copyright issues for the music I have flying underneath any of these clips. So yes, it's on mute, but it's just Justin Fields throwing through all the Jeremy Ruckert. Very nice. Yeah. Let's get one more here. Okay. Yeah, reunited and it feels so good. Beautiful. Let's see. And then, let's throw this one up. And now I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to feel about this one, to be honest with you. But, we threw this one up here, too. Justin Fields to Stone Smart, baby. Yeah. With the Justin Fields to Stone Smart connection. Is that going to be a thing? Is he going to be on the roster? I don't know. But Justin Fields to Stone Smart. Sure. Why the hell not? Stone Cold Smart. We'll see what sort of impact he makes for the New York Jets. Will he make any? I'm not sure. But either way, it's sort of fun to see some of these highlight clips of what happened and then pour one out because Justin Fields was at the Knicks playoff game last night. I don't know if you guys saw this, so shout it out. Very nice. Yes, very nice. There he is. Booyah. Justin Fields at the Knicks playoff game. Showing a lot of swag there. Look at that. The shades and everything. It's my quarterback, baby. It's my quarterback. Justin Fields at the Knicks playoff game last night at MSG. Hey, Yo Home says he has high hope for Stone Cold. I was about to say Steve Austin, but Stone Cold Smart, baby. We'll see. Yeah. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. We got our boy MJ here on the show. What's up, MJ?
Hey, good morning. Hey, excuse my voice. I've got a cold, but
that's okay. I
I'm
hope you
getting
feel
over a
better,
cold.
man. Yeah.
But let me tell you, I feel tremendous. I woke up this morning and I have the best feeling about Aaron Glenn and Justin Fields.
Okay.
I mean, and let me tell you why. Okay. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So how are the Dallas Cowboys indirectly responsible for Justin Fields being with the Jets?
Was it the loss? So Justin Fields was 4-2 last year, but one of his losses was Dak Prescott. he had a really great game last year. There was Sunday Night Football, and that could have been one of the losses, or he would have been 5-1.
You are correct. Well, actually, I think they were 4-1. I think, and
No,
going
you're
into
right,
that
100%. Yeah.
into that sixth game, and then the Dallas Cowboys came into Pittsburgh, in Dak Prescott's best game, and they basically beat the Jets. After that game,
Yep.
Justin Fields never played again for the
Yep.
Steelers, but he was 4-1. Those first 5 games, they won 4, and that he didn't have any outlandish stats, but he did not turn the ball over. He used his feet. He scored several touchdowns running the football with the Steelers.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Aaron Glenn saw, is the ability, not even just throwing, but him to be able to scramble and get positive yards. And in this game, it's not really making a big play. It's making the bad play. It's having taken a sack. It's having lost yardage. It's turning the football over. Many times, if you just don't do that, you will win the game because the other team will make the mistakes.
Yeah.
And that's what Aaron Glenn, that's why I think it's genius. Well, I'm not going to say genius, but
Right.
the other thing is that people have to understand Aaron Glenn has really strong ties to Bill Parcells.
Of course.
And
Right.
anyone, and you probably know this, but Bill Parcells, what he did for the Cowboys was incredible. I mean, the Cowboys, if people don't remember, they had a coach by the name of Dave Campo, one of the worst coaches.
Yeah.
They had
God,
3 straight 5-11 seasons.
Ugh.
And then Jerry Jones decided, you know what, I need to get a real coach. Also, he needed to get a new stadium because he was still at the old Texas Stadium in Irving,
Right.
and
That's
he wanted to get a really
pre-AT&T
big stadium.
Stadium. Right.
Correct. And so he got Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells completely changed. Bill Parcells taught them everything about running a team. Now, they haven't made a Super Bowl. They haven't made a championship in 30 years. I know that.
Yeah.
But they've been one of the more successful teams. And a lot of it has been attributed because Jerry Jones and his son they learned a ton of stuff from Bill Parcells about player evaluation. People don't realize Bill Parcells, he was a school teacher, but he started in scouting. He became a player evaluation. The same thing that Aaron Glenn. That's one of the reasons Aaron Glenn did what he did. He started in scouting. He started about player evaluation, learning about players. And I'm seeing this correlation between what Bill Parcells and look at, Bill Parcells, successful coach for the Giants, tremendously successful with the Jets, and very successful with the Cowboys. People don't realize that under Bill Parcells, we got Tony Romo, an undrafted free agent from Illinois that no one knew about. And he basically comes in completely, and then of course, the big fumble that Romo does in the playoffs, when he drops the ball,
right.
they're about to beat Seattle. And but I'm telling you guys, there was a tremendous correlation. And I've got this really, really good feeling because I think Aaron Glenn, a coach has to coach the coaches. Okay. The coach is not doing necessarily, there's schematics, there's schemes involved, but he's basically making sure the defensive coordinator's doing their job, the offensive coordinator's doing the special teams, and then of course doing time management. But he's more of the executive. And I tell you, Aaron Glenn has learned so much. And I think by looking at their draft and who they've gotten, and they're going to get really good players. I think he has an eye for talent. I think and like he said, what really got me is he said, we're going to let Fields play quarterback because he has been limited. Even with the Steelers, Aaron Smith limited the offense because they didn't trust him. They didn't believe him. They saw his tape in Chicago, but no one's really let him become. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to throw 50 times a game, but they're going to let him play quarterback, and they're going to give him at least at least 8 games, I would think, to see what he can do. And I think he's going to prove a lot of people wrong because you have to just look to last year. Look at those first 5 games. Now, that Cowboy game, now, of course, Dak Prescott became injured, but even before he was injured, the Cowboys were not a good team. And they go in there and they beat, and it was more of an anomaly. I really believe. It was a close game. and the Cowboys made some, clutch plays at the end. But the Steelers had a decent game. Yeah, it's true. He didn't have his best game. He had, I wouldn't say a poor game, but probably an average game, and that lost him his job.
Yep.
But I'm telling you, without that pressure, and with a guy like Aaron Glenn, and just what he's learned, I really think they're going to. Now it's a tough thing because the Jets have been a really, they've had some issues for the last few years.
That's
But
for sure.
I'm telling you, I'm not saying that they're going to be a Super Bowl team, maybe, but I'm telling you, I really think they have a good chance of becoming a playoff team and completely changing this whole thing, this tenure of the franchise. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
Yeah. Thanks for the call, MJ. A lot there. I would say this, we're just talking about big winners earlier from the Jets draft. Justin Fields is arguably the biggest winner of the Jets draft. They didn't take a quarterback. They added Brady Cook, who I like as an undrafted free agent. I like him added to the pile. But they didn't add Bupkis. The only thing they added were pieces around Justin Fields. A new offensive tackle. It's the best offensive line he's ever had. You add Mason Taylor. He's going to be a security blanket for Justin Fields. You already have Garrett Wilson. You have that connection. You have Jeremy Ruckert. You have that connection, whatever that's going to be. You have Breece Hall, another big winner for the draft. Jets didn't draft a running back. I like Donovan Edwards, undrafted free agent, but let's see what happens. So, I like the cut of Aaron Glenn's jib. I like his moxie. I'm really revved up to see what Justin Fields provides. We are all honest with ourselves, there's all these people making Justin Fields jokes in the comment section. Justin Fields has not gotten a legitimate shot at the NFL level. He has not. If you're being honest, he hasn't. When you look at the coaching or the players around him or the belief or the plan, what the hell was a plan in Chicago? Then when things were working in Pittsburgh, he gets benched, gets yanked. So to me, I think Justin Fields is a real opportunity. The Jets are believing in him, and their words were validated. They said they believed in him, then they didn't take a quarterback during the draft. That validated the belief. That reinstilled, that reiterated, hey, now we're going to ride the Justin Fields train, and if it rides to success, amen. If it crashes horribly, we will pivot. And to me, Justin Fields, when you look at the contract, two-year deal, $40 million. If he's a starter for the Jets, if he's their starting quarterback, then you're getting it at relatively $20 million per year. Dak Prescott's making, speaking of Cowboys, he's making 3 times more than Justin Fields. He's making $60 million a year. Justin Fields had $20 million a year. And if he's a backup next year because he performed so poorly, or a bridge quarterback, all right, that's a little bit more expensive for that. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see how he handles it. So he's going to have an opportunity. And all you can ask for this in this world is an opportunity. And what he does with it is ultimately up to him. So I believe in Justin Fields. I do. He was the best option at quarterback, not named. Well, so yeah, he was the best option at quarterback, not named Sam Darnold. I thought Sam Darnold would have been great here. I didn't know if it was legitimate whether or not he would come, but Justin Fields, 26 years of age. These other guys are old. They're old, right? They got old balls, as my pop says, right? Marcus Mariota's Carson Wentz, that does zip and pip for me. Nothing. I don't know what our Boy Green Daily life looks like if Carson Wentz or Marcus Mariota were our starting quarterbacks. So Justin Fields, 26. The story is not written on Justin Fields. Some people believe the story is written. I don't believe the story is written. So I'm excited to see how Aaron Glenn coaches. What happens when adversity hits Aaron Glenn? Inevitably, it's going to happen. Jets are probably not going 17-0 next year. So how does Aaron Glenn respond when adversity inevitably hits? That's the true tell of a coach. Everyone's undefeated right now. It's the honeymoon. You can say whatever you want. You can be a hard ass. You can be a players coach. You can be whatever the hell you want. You could be whatever the hell you want right now because there's nothing to challenge whatever you say. But once you get to the season, that's where we go. And then we'll find out. Let's answer a few more comments here. Justin Fields is studying the playbook. Good, he should be. Molon said Fields is a great running back. That's it. Oh, come on, man. He's a terrific running talent, but I don't know. You look at that Ohio State tape, which Aaron Glenn said he did, and there's some nice things on there. Dave Brigger, Carson Wentz would have been a frightening nightmare. That was apparently plan B and C. Like, thank God that Justin Fields was a part of the plan. Carson Wentz? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yikes. Can you imagine us trying to rally? No, guys, Carson Wentz, this is his 17th opportunity. This is the one. I know it didn't happen with the Eagles. I know it didn't happen with the Commanders. I know it didn't happen with the Colts. I know it didn't happen with this team. But no, the Jets, that would have been a tough sell. Would have been a tough sell. Jake Klein mentions Todd Bowles, Robert Saleh, Aaron Glenn. When is Gary Vee buying the team? I'm assuming, Jake Klein, who comments in on YouTube, that you're not for the defensive thing. And to me, I think it's sort of the same thing that we talk about in the draft. I don't think you could just make it black or white. That, hey, we need an offensive guy. I would have liked an offensive guy if it worked out, but I didn't say no matter what, it has to be an offensive guy, or else you totally screwed the process. You have to be open to get the best coach available. Same thing for the draft, right? You can't just say, no matter what, I'm taking the best tight end at 7. No matter what. Let's say like Colson Loveland or Tyler Warren will win. We're like, well, I guess we're going to get the third tight end. No, you got to be open to interpretation. Maybe we'll take this. Maybe we'll take that. You have to be amenable to new information and things that can come in. So I don't mind that Aaron Glenn's a defensive guy. And as he would say, I'm not a defensive coach. I'm a coach. Yo Holmes says, does Wentz even have a job right now? I don't think so. Let me do that with a quick Google search, Yo Holmes. Let me see if Carson Wentz is currently employed. Okay, jumping all over the place. No, it does not look like. It does not look like he's currently on the team. He was on the Chiefs last year, I think. Was that where he was at? Yeah, he was on the Chiefs last year. Nothing yet. Hey, Super Bowl champion, baby. Back from those Eagles days, 2017, second year in the league. Won it as a backup. There you go, Carson. And no one can take that away from you, pal. No one can take that away. Gucci Finesse says this narrative that Fields is bad is ridiculous. Now, I'm not saying Justin Fields is perfect. You look at some of the statistics, and there have been some inconsistencies, no question. But that he's just been, he's terrible. Like, let's see what happens. Gucci Finesse. Justin Fields' last 17 games, 4,100 yards, 29 touchdowns, 9-8 record. That's pretty good. I heard Dan Orlovsky, he had a lot of those stats over the last 2 seasons. Justin Fields has been this. Yeah. Molon says, we've seen Justin Fields play multiple seasons. I'm not getting caught up in the phony hype shit. That's what killed us the past 2 years. I don't think the hype from fans is what killed us. Or the hype from anybody, quite frankly. The Jets just, Aaron Rodgers' Achilles exploded. And then this past year, it looked like the locker room and all kinds of things are getting lost in the sauce. So I don't think it was a hype issue. I would push back on that. Who cares? Here's my message to fans real quick before we go back to the phone lines. Okay? Here's a positive message. Okay? You can root and fan however the hell you want to fan. Everyone's 0-0. You should be excited. You should be hyped up. This is the time that we all get our hubbub. Okay. And sometimes it continues into seasons, right? We're winning. We're like, oh, yeah, this hubbub and pop and all this action's going on here. It's exciting. But the people that shame other fans like, geez, guys, calm down. We don't need to be hyped up. Why can't we be hyped up? Why not? Who's the hype police? The hype levels are getting a little too high around here. Decibels getting too high on the hype. Come on, man. Let's enjoy it. Let's have some fun, man. Let's have some fun. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go back to the phone lines. We've got our resident superhero, Captain Positivity. Terrence is here on the show. What's up, Terrence?
What's up? Hey, just before we start, yesterday when we was talking, you said I was sounding good, right?
Yeah, sure.
But when I went to check me, I wasn't sounding good. I was sounding like Easy when he was on his yesterday.
You sound even better now, though.
Yeah, because I took the plug out of the external and put it straight to the computer, and I think that's what the problem was from yesterday.
Oh, I see. Because there's a few hiccups. It was so. Let me, it's been an evolution. Originally, not great. Yeah. Second, much better, but there were a little easy action happening there. That's like a verb. You easied it. And now here, Krispy Kreme donuts, baby. Is that a pretty good? And I said, is that a Mets jersey you're wearing there,
Yes,
Terrence?
sir.
Is that the best team in baseball, 21-9? The best
That's
team
right.
in baseball, sweet
Yo,
Caroline, baby.
if the Mets win tonight,
Yeah,
and they go through the month of April, only losing 9 games. That's
that's
pretty.
unbelievable.
Yeah, that's pretty.
How about
good.
this? I heard this because my radio partner's a Mets fan. The Mets, no matter what happens tonight, they've already had the greatest April in New York Mets history. Come on now. That's unbelievable, man. So there you go.
Yeah, it's the greatest one since the '86 team.
Oh, 86 is better. Okay, well, there you go.
No, it
That's
wasn't
awesome.
better, but you can compare the two.
Oh,
like,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I was
Awesome.
around for that '86 one, so
There
I
you go.
just showed my age.
LGM. There you go. Mets fans
But-
out in the audience.
just want to let you know though, you're a Celtics fan. I
am.
had season tickets to Orlando Magic for 15 years.
Oh, wow.
So that was through the T-Mac, Grant Hill,
Oh,
Dwight
wow.
Howard, and then
Great.
the Oladipo era. So those Celtic battles with the Magic, I was there, man. I
And I want people to know, like, because like a few times as the Celtics were playing the Magic in the playoffs, and I see the blue jerseys, I just closed my eyes and it transported me back 16, 17 years ago, where it was Dwight Howard, multiple time defensive player of the year. We're trading blows in the Eastern Conference Finals, and I'm like, damn, man. And Hito Turkoglu, I'm gonna have to pull out some other. Oh, there you go. See the other Magic, Jameer Nelson. There's other Magic names that are all like floating in my head up there.
I got JJ, Jameer, Hito, T-Mac, Darryl Armstrong,
Yeah,
Chucky
look at that.
Atkins. These are my crew, man. Yo, in Orlando, I was the king, bro. I knew everybody.
Hey,
So
and yeah,
so my thing was that's why I put the Celtics in the vomit, because I know I was there. I've seen it
You know,
all. But I
there's
was
a
at
lot
the
of people
09.
that throw up there, so that's okay. I understand.
The 09 season when the Magic went to the finals.
Yes.
I had season tickets that year. I went to all the games. It was amazing.
Oh
season.
wow, Lakers, right?
Yes. And
Oh,
I met Kobe. I met Kobe Bryant around that time too.
Oh yeah, cool guy.
Yeah. His bodyguard wasn't cool.
Oh Jesus.
I was like, Kobe,
Okay.
what's up? He was like, I was like, oh, okay.
Oh
But I
damn.
shook his hand anyway and talked to him real quick.
Oh,
But-
well, that's nice.
What I wanted to say though was, hopefully,
sure.
hopefully I'm sounding good for everybody.
Oh yeah, you sound again great. The best you've sounded forever. Yeah,
Awesome. So May 14th is when the schedule comes out.
correct.
There's 3 games in Florida. So I'm in Miami. So I'm gonna get that locked down for when the
Yeah.
fans come down. I'm gonna talk to you about it because you're gonna be the catalyst to all of this.
Ooh, okay. I'm all about
And
it.
then
Yeah.
then Tampa, I have that set up. So
Yeah.
when the Jets play in Tampa, there's gonna be something happening that weekend. Jacksonville, I'm not there yet, but I can get
Mhm.
there in a couple of weeks as soon
Okay.
as the schedule comes out.
Sure.
London, I have some friends that live out there that I told them
Damn.
that if the Jets play, especially the Cowboys in London, that we're gonna do something out there. It's not that Terrence has money because I don't have money like that either, but I have a team that can
Yeah.
get together and do events
Ooh.
for these games for us fans.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to call and let you guys know that as you guys are planning these things out, don't leave me out. I'm not leaving
Of
you
course
out.
not. No,
But
obviously.
because the schedule's not out yet, I can't say much.
Of course, right. Yeah, we don't know. It's still another 2 weeks out. What's today? Tuesday, Wednesday? What is today?
I think it's
Let
2
me
weeks.
see.
2 weeks
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, I believe you're right. Yeah, what's the 14? You're 100% right. Yeah, it's the
Tomorrow.
14 was a Wednesday. That's the thing I couldn't rack around in my brain. So yeah, 14. We're 2 weeks away from today. Yeah, man.
Yeah. And guys, just listen, Justin Fields. If you go on YouTube and check the Justin Fields videos, when the man has time to throw, and who's gonna say that he's not gonna have time to throw this season?
Mhm.
He's gonna have time to throw this season.
Yeah.
He could throw that deep ball.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's what I'm excited about, man. That's what I'm real excited about.
Yes, Jet fans, be excited, man. It's gonna be a fun season.
I can't wait.
All right,
Terrence,
guys.
thanks for the call, brother. Thanks, man, for checking in, brother. And again, audio, that is well on the hizzy there. I appreciate you. There you go. Oh, yeah, people, I see you. Who is that? Who just did that? Is that K-Brock? Was that K-Brock? Rashard Lewis. Oh, my gosh. The memories that are surging on those Orlando teams. Marcin Gortat, Courtney Lee, Jameer Nelson, JJ Redick was on those teams. Hito Turkoglu. I can't believe I pulled that name like out of the back recesses of my brain. So those are some crazy ass Orlando teams. But again, The Celtics took care of business. They're on to the next round. Now, the Knicks still got to keep playing with their food with the Detroit Pistons. So, all that jazz. Sure, do what you got to do. But come on, Knicks. Handle your business, Knicks. What the bleep? I guess y'all are lucky that it's 2-2 because if that one call would have been called, and I think we all know what I'm talking about, this might be a different series entirely. But we'll save that. We'll save that there. But Mets fans should absolutely enjoy being the best team in baseball, though. Yeah, the mic's great. So thank you, Terrence, for that. So, yes, we'll have more to come on the NFL schedule release, which, again, is 2 weeks from today. Thank you to Terrence for that. And, again, if you guys want to be a part of that Boy Green Tailgate Spectacular, just make sure that you're hanging around the show, being around the show. I'll be doing a Google Doc sign-up sheet to show your interest. And, we'll try to put all that together ASAP. Like I said, we're looking at Jets tickets in the 200s for one of the games. Again, Chef Kevin Gilbert is sending me the final notes and quotes on the menu that should be I should be receiving that today at some point. And we're putting all the pieces together, so it should be a lot of fun. Thank you to the nearly 500 people in the room. Like the video, hit subscribe. Again, we're trying to make a chase to 10,000 subscribers. I can't wait. That's a big goal of mine. It's been a big goal of mine since I started this YouTube channel 5 years ago, but it'll be 5 years in September. So I'm trying to chase 10K. Like the video, hit subscribe. That's a free way to contribute. And we'll make this official later, but it does appear that J-Boy, you will be the winner of the emoji contest. Again, if you guys continue to send in super chats or memberships or anything of that nature, you guys can continue to do that through the rest of the day. But it appears that J-Boy, you will be our winner and that you will get to decide what happens to BMAC emoji. What emoji are you going to want and how you want to create it and things of that nature. J-Boy, you've got the ability to reach out to me beyond the show, so feel free. Congratulations. We'll throw that up here on the big board. Outside of an A-Step 10 arrival in the next 10 seconds, you're the guy. So you'll get to decide what you want this emoji to be. We will replace it. For Boy Green Coffee Club members, again, you can join the Boy Green Coffee Club in the YouTube description down below. It's only $2.99 a piece per month. And when you sign up, you get to use all the emojis that are there. All those emojis are created by Jets Worldwide, a.k.a. Snowball. So, J-Boy, you get to pick and tell me whatever you want that to turn into. That'll be up to you, my friend. That'll be up to you. Well, thanks everybody for tuning into the show. We will be back on tomorrow morning. And just as Hep sort of teased there, the Jets signed a player from the International Pathway Program. What does that mean? Who is this player? All that action we will explain on the show tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to it. Another big undrafted free agent for the Jets who looks like a lock to make the roster. I will explain that tomorrow on the program. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we will see you. Take friggin' care. Enjoy your Wednesday.